Hello and welcome to the GLIAC preview of Tiffin University women's basketball. My name is Russ Snyder, voice of the Tiffin University Dragons, alongside Tiffin University head women's basketball coach Pam Oswald. Coach, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. You're coming into your seventh season here at Tiffin University women's basketball. Hard to believe it's been 7 seasons already.
It's really flew by.
Well, right now you're the third winningest coach in Tiffin University women's basketball history, only 5 wins away from becoming the second winningest coach in school history. It's probably kind of hard to believe that only 7 years in and got plenty more to come.
Well, I hope so. Definitely.
Let's talk a little bit about your team. Let's start with your coaching staff. Kylie Spiegel coming in with your 5th season as an assistant coach. Kind of nice to have that consistency with her.
Yeah, you know, it's been great to be able to have her because I had her 2 years as a player, and then to be able to transition into that assistant coach role. She really knows what I'm looking for as far as from the head coach. She also understands what I'm looking for out there on the floor. She was my floor general for 2 years. She's kind of been able to go ahead and take that spot of taking control of the guards and being able to help them make that transition.
Well, your other 3 assistant coaches were also players for you,
right.
One of which had an injury that ruined her athletic career. 2 other ones were players for you, including Jessica Harris, who is a 1,000-point scorer and a 1,000-point rebounder. Right. So kind of nice to have those kids who were familiar with your system. Kind of helps you easy transition because you got a young
right.
squad this year.
Yes, yeah, and that's one thing that I felt that was really important, was being able to have them to be able to, because they all know exactly what I want. They've all were captains for me. They were all part of the process of being able to get our program into GLIAC tournament contention, and that's where we want to be year in and year out. And being able to have the knowledge from each one of these former players, having them on staff, I feel is invaluable for not just me, but also for my players.
Well, speaking of your players, very young roster, as we said. Only 2 seniors on the squad this year, Jillian Adams and Carly Mass. Carly coming back after an injury, ended her season last year.
Right.
Going to be very important for you to get a lot of leadership out of those 2.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for them to be able to bring that on-court presence, the experience, being able to give us a little bit more of that patience and that directiveness out there on the floor. So, I'm really looking forward to having those 2 out there.
Well, a lot of young players on your team this year, as we said. What kind of challenge is that going to bring to you as a coaching staff? Well,
I think it's the biggest thing with having 6 freshmen coming in is helping them with that transition. I think the biggest thing that they usually deal with is clock awareness, 30-second shot clock, value the possessions, how we're going to go about executing the offense and things like that. With 5 sophomores then back, they have a little bit of that experience. They got a lot more experience because of the fact that, Carly being out last season, so my guards understand what's expected of them. And it's just being able to get them all to gel together.
And Jillian Adams in the post, quite a presence for your team last year, and you're going to need a lot from her again this year.
I think Jill does a tremendous job. She's 5'9". She battles with the 6 foot, the 6'2s, and she doesn't back down. She loves and thrives the challenge. The best thing with Jill is that she's learned how to take advantage of things against those taller post players. And I think she's only going to help us this year with that.
Well, your season gets underway November 13th against Ursuline College over at Case Western. And then December 5th, the GLIAC conference begins. And we know what kind of monster the GLIAC is. It doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. And women's basketball is no different. You get it all started on December 5th at Wayne State.
Yeah, every game it's going to be a tough. Wayne State returns a lot of players. They have a lot of new players that are going to work hard. We've tried early on here to be able to have some challenges for us, to be able to road test our players. We play on the road, we play at home, and really trying to get them ready to go for GLIAC.
And then your home opener in the GLIAC conference against Grand Valley State University comes on December 15th. I know your kids love playing right here at the Gilmore Student Center.
Yeah, and that's one place, our fans, our faculty, our administration, everyone gets behind us. And, to be able to be here and to really work hard, to keep that home court advantage.
Well, talking about the GLIAC, Ashland's kind of had a lock on the conference here the last couple of years. National champions preseason rankings have them 15th in the country. What kind of steps do your kids need to take to get up to the level where those girls are?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we have to get better every day. We have to take steps to make sure that we're working on what we do, working on the little things. The little things are going to lead to those big opportunities for us, and not so much to look so far ahead. Right now for us, it's getting better for the next practice, getting better. And then once we get to that week of opening up, is okay. Now it's what are we going to do against Ursuline? What are we going to do for this scrimmage? What are we going to, and just getting better every day.
That's an exciting time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a journey.
Absolutely.
It's a journey.
Well, it all gets started, we said, November 13th. The Dragon women's basketball team will open up against Ursuline College. The GLIAC opener December 5th at Wayne State, and then December 15th, a home GLIAC opener against Grand Valley State University right here at the Gilmore Student Center. Coach, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck this year. It's always an exciting time. I love basketball. You always make a time for me and always have a great time talking to you. So as I said, best of luck.
Well, thank you very much.
Her name is Coach Pam Oswald. She's the head women's basketball coach at Tiffin University, and this has been your preview of the Tiffin University women's basketball team.